Okay. So, good morning to you all. My name is Vera Rapagão, and I'm Communications Officer for ENVITER. ENVITER is the European Network for Visual Impairment Training and Research, and is the organization behind this webinar in cooperation, of course, with Michael, that will be our presenter. That is here representing his company, Seventh Sense, and he's going to talk about the SuperBrain Telehaptic device. So this webinar is being recorded, so you can watch it later if you wish on ENVITER YouTube channel, or you can ask me for some informations. You can, if you need something about this webinar besides some technical information, that is with Michael. But if you need something about the webinar, you can contact me using the same email that where you received the link for the webinar. After the webinar, I will also be sending you a link for a form so you can give us your feedback about the webinar so we can improve future actions, future events like this one. In the end, I will also have with me Mr. Vitor Silva. He's a student here at my organization, and he experienced briefly the SuperBrain, so he can answer your questions if you have any question in the end after Michael's presentation. He's a big fan, Vitor is a big fan of the SuperBrain. Unfortunately, he doesn't have one yet, but who knows? So I wish you all a great webinar, and Michael, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Hello, and thank you for the introductions and nice words for the start. Yes, my name is Michael, and I'm a product development manager from a company called Seventh Sense. And I will also share this presentation and materials that I will share about the technology, the story, where we are, what is the ongoing status of getting the product to the market, and how we are expanding. And my colleague Madis also wanted me to share some special offer to people here at the end as well. I would like to I will share this presentation first. Let's go through it, and after the presentation, feel free to ask the questions as well. One moment. I will make this presentation mode. So can you see the slides as well?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So yes, the product itself, and I also have it on my head. It's called SuperBrain, and to be more precise, it's actually SuperBrain 1. And this is already indication that we're working on the next versions already. So it will not be the last product that we make. And what we are doing, and what is the kind of core principles of the technology, is that we are enabling visually impaired and blind people to experience the world through sense of touch. And it's not just like a vibration of left or right, that something is that way or that way, or we don't guide you through the vibration, but we have designed and developed and really industrialized like a unique and proprietary haptic technology. So the trick is to achieve the high resolution. So you really start to understand what is happening around you in quite detailed way. And let's see if we can play this video shortly as well, a little bit adjust. So just the example that the guy in the red shirt is fully blind, and he can even catch the object midair. So this is to show that it's way more than just like a navigation tool telling where is an obstacle, but you can really relate what's happening around you. And this provides a lot of more use cases, opportunities for people with this technology. But what are some core principles or how the device works? So we use different types of sensors and cameras to get information about the surroundings, and we translate the distance and speed and motion of the objects to the sense of touch. So if something is closer, you get a stronger feedback. If it's further away, it's weaker. But this way you get quite detailed understanding. And what is maybe one of the most beautiful thing that our device has as a feature? It's really intuitive to use. So we have designed it in a way that it's you can pretty much place it on the head, adjust it, and it works. And after just a couple of seconds, you already have like a level of freedom from one level to other level very quickly. So it's intuitive to use. It's very simple to get started, and of course, over time you can get more detailed nuances what's happening. But you don't need to go through onboarding for many weeks or do a lot of training sessions. You get quite a lot of value very quickly, and it's also audio and hands-free. And as you see, the device is on my head. You don't take away any other sense. So eyes, if you have like a limited or vision, or you can only see just like a tunnel vision, or you can still see some flashes of lights or some type of shades and colors. You can still use everything that you have, and your sense of hearing, all good. You can still use that. We don't disturb you in any other way. We just provide extra information. And in addition to just pure understanding what's happening around you, like how far different objects are or how they move, it could be still quite tricky to understand if something like 3 meters away, is it a person or is it a tree? And for that reason, we have built in this AI features as well. And all the AI and object recognition and detection is happening inside the device. So we are not sending any information from the users to any cloud system that people or other systems need to process. No, everything's happening inside the device, and it's helping you to understand where are the people if you need to get some help. For example, where are the exits of the unknown room, where are the staircases, and plus with some features that are in progress, that using the mobile phone you can even ask the device to help you find, like, where is my laptop, or where is my phone, or where are my keys. So we are expanding on top of the AI features. And some practical applications. So first thing, of course, that like we are still like people need additional help or information even while using the white cane about the things that what's happening in the higher above. So to enable people to move around safely. So you can go to work, or you can go to the shop, or just to meet the people in a very safe way. And with the white cane, you can miss traffic signs, protruding objects like branches from the trees or the edges of the roof that could potentially hurt people. So with our device, you don't miss these things, and you're able to navigate nicely, react to any changes of the environment, everything. So post-trauma rehabilitation is the second one. So it's quite valid point nowadays, especially with unfortunate events that seems to be scaling up in the world. That also this kind of war type of scenarios that are expanding, and if people have lost the sight through some accident or whatever unfortunate events, with our device you can start to come out of this kind of like a stress, or like good to get people again moving, not to be depressed in their homes, and start to do things that they used to do again. Third thing that I would like to mention is that a lot of people, when they are checking this device, they are very much focused on what type of sensors they are using. But this is kind of secondary question, or not too important, because the information to sense of touch can even come from long distance or through other means. So, for example, you can communicate through the screen of mobile phone. We have tested it, for example, with deafblind users. So we can have like a people wearing our device, and there is one translator doing different symbols on the screen, and all the participants in like a conference call for deafblind can feel it through sense of touch. So it's not only about the sensors that map the surroundings, but the information can come from other sources. Or we can theoretically integrate with other devices as well, like with or solutions like PMIs or like robotic eye dogs, other things as well. So where the information comes or how to interact with the world is, we can be quite creative and quite innovative with that. And just last quick example is like therapeutic and recreational purposes and also kind of fun. That I'd like to call that this device is not just like a tool. It's a lot to do with bringing people out of their homes, meeting with their friends, doing this kind of like a social interactions, starting from just doing high five to your friend because you know where the friend's hand is. Also, like we had this video that deaf people and blind people can catch the ball mid-air, so you can start to play games with your friends. You can go to museums and exhibitions, so you can start to understand what is the shape of the objects that you are interacting with. You cannot really touch them with the white cane. So with our device, you understand what is happening. You can go to theaters, other things as well, to have fun, interact with your friends, and do the things that are not really available today without our technology. So let's go to the next slide. So about the haptic material. So this is like a display for the skin. And there is like hundreds of elements. We call them pixel, like a physical pixel. And this is not just like on-off information. Like if something is close to you, it vibrates, but there is multiple dimensions. So as I mentioned, if something is closer, you feel stronger feedback. If it's further away, it's weaker, but also you understand how the things move. So there is multi-dimensions, and it's designed to be very similar as the field of view for your eyes. And it's on the forehead, so it's kind of like a very natural for the brain to translate that haptic feedback back to like almost seeing. And one thing that I would like to mention as well, it's not just like giving the pure feedback about the situational awareness, what's happening around you, but these AI features that I mentioned before, that detecting where are the people who could help you or where are the exits. It has like a special symbols for every object. So we call them haptograms. So haptic animation, and it works at the same time together with situational awareness. So you still can interact with the world, understand what's happening around you, and get more detailed information if needed. Yeah, let's move on. So the status of today and what is the plan and roadmap as well. So right now, most of the focus is on the core features to provide the safety and situational awareness. And also they're expanding on the recognition of the objects. So where are the chairs, doors, exits, where is my dog? And this will not be only the things we can do. It's, for example, we are cooperating with different research and scientific organizations who can make their own haptic applications. We call them HAPs, that with just they can interact with our haptic material in the way that they see that they could use this technology for. It can again be for fun, that you can build different haptic games that blind users can play like a ping pong with their hands, and they just feel where the ball is, just again to get people moving, get excited, everything. We have friends in the blind community who do this Rubik's Cube solving, so you can have like a haptic like instructions how to solve the Rubik's Cube, eating applications, reading starting from the street signs or the company names to the books or different type of text from the screen. So there is a lot of things that we can expand on, and it doesn't need to be only our company who does this. We want this market or the community in the wider perspective to start to develop their own features. to our device. So where we are today, and what is the situation of the market? So this product, and in again like a CE or safety level, the SuperBrain one in particular, it was certified mid of last year. So we passed all these electromagnetic compliance and these EST and different types of tests. Plus, it's all the materials we use, they are safe for the skin, everything. We're also working on to get it, or actually the sister version of this device, to be registered as a medical device. There is some paperwork we are still need to do, and we are cooperating with the Estonian Health Board to get all the packaging information, everything still needed to be filed. And then this product or the sister version of it can be the medical device available as well. And we already do a lot of different cooperations and pilot projects, for example, in Germany, Netherlands, Norway, UK, Taiwan, Iceland, and now we also new partners we have in Canada, also in Australia. So we are already helping people around the world. And why we need to do these pilot projects, or why we like to do them, because this it's quite unique experience with our device. It's not like a cleaner, cheaper, faster version of some other product. It's really unique experience, and for that reason, we want people to experience it. And with these pilot projects, we ship 2, 3, 5, 10 devices to, for example, to Spain, and then local partners or the research organizations, they can invite tens and hundreds of people to experience it and learn back from the users. We can get detailed feedback. There can be like controlled environments. So this is the way how we are like introducing it to the market, that more and more people really understand what the device is capable of doing, what problems the technology can help to solve, and we can also learn back from the community. Some things can be even like a country specific that we need to adjust or make it happen. But what has been some feedback from the users? So one thing that I mentioned in the beginning as well, and what we really wanted to achieve, is that the device needs to be very easy and intuitive to use, without any long onboarding, without any intensive training. It needs to work like magic. And it's very versatile also. So it doesn't need to be only just for the, like again, a navigation tool. You can be very creative with that. Just finding like a water bottle from the table, or to have the social interactions, and also play the ball and go to theaters. But on the other side as well, as this is the first version of the product, some people say it's still somewhat bulky. A few people think it's maybe too big in appearance perspective, or just in a head perspective, that they would not be comfortable wearing it for a longer period of time. But this is already in progress. We are working with the next versions of the product to make it even more slim, more compact, more lightweight, and more suitable for wider audience. And future, where we want to go, is that with this version of the device, as I mentioned, like there are some limitations still. So this will not be the like a really mass produced version, but it's more for these situations that I mentioned, that we want people to start to experience what the technology can do, and start to help the first early adopters, and we also want to learn back. So this version will be produced for 1,500 pieces. And the next versions already will be more tailored for a real mass adoption, but then the people and market already know what the devices are, technology is able to achieve. But right now, what we are working on, just for this device as additions, that to get more detailed understanding what's happening in front of your feet. So if you have dropped something on the floor, to catch it, or like if there is like a pothole that you would stumble on, theoretically, that this device should also start to provide more feedback on lower objects. Second thing is navigation tool. So this is something like, as I mentioned, it's not only for navigation, our device, but people still would need like to integrate it with, for example, Google Maps. So if you are selecting the address and where you want to go in a smartphone, this device can give you the feedback that no, continue straight or no, turn right after 100 meters. So these are the things that we can provide people, and your hands can be still free. So you can use with the white gain, or you can use a mobile phone, or whatever things you want to or need to use to move around safely, and you can get the feedback of where to go through sense of touch. Third thing I would like to mention, again, on expanding on this object detection recognition, is this like a traffic lights scenario that with this device you would start to feel through sense of touch what is the color of the traffic light ahead of you. And companion app, I have a few times mentioned that we can do something with the app as well, but today this is only available for like a limited usage through our distribution partners or to different testing facilities. But it's not really available yet for the end users on the market. So this is something that we need to work on to make it more easy to use and easy to operate, and maybe also like integrate with other features so we can help the users even more than today. And as we are all the technology is under our control, so you can always approach us that if you have some custom requests. So that if you want to build some special object recognition feature, or you want to integrate it with like a robot guide dog or other things, you can let us know. I believe that at least on technical level, we should be able to make it happen, or we can find a partner who could do these things, or how we would like to build some new research or final thesis in the universities around this technology. Yeah, a quick video as well on the right. So this is to show what our test user is experiencing. So this is the same resolution on the bottom that is on the forehead with the haptics. So this is to visualize what is the haptic feedback. So even it's possible to understand the shape of the objects. There is a lamp above, so you can even operate and navigate with that. Otherwise, you would really miss it with the white gain. But you can even catch it if you need, or you were able to prevent it. But this is to show that with our haptics, you get quite detailed visualization or like feedback of what's happening around you. One thing about this pilots and partnerships, we have very good partner in Germany. It's one of the leading competence centers for the visually impaired and blind. It's called BFV Düren, and they are part also of the ENVITER network. And they have been very good partners for us that already from end of last year, they have been testing our device with different blind and visually impaired people in different scenarios, and still to be in the controlled environments. And this is like a very good example that we quite often get this that some distribution partners would like to put our device in their catalog as a kind of some fancy tool. But no, we really want to have these cooperations because we also want people and organizations to really try it out, to really promote the technology, learn from it, and also teach us back what the market needs. But what has been some main feedback and findings from Düren, for example, is that like a title already kind of says one of the, or like validates some of the things they say, that learning to use this technology just takes days, not weeks. And you get the first impression very quickly. And of course, after a couple of days trials, you get more and more detailed, more used to the feedback. So like comparing to the training of the white gain of 6 weeks, then it's a very shorter learning curve and you get way more value out of it. And this is the way how you can like navigate, and like you get very good scores for like operating with technology and also usefulness. So people see a lot of benefits from real technology, and it's not just that we as a developer of the technology, but also the real users of the technology. So this is the last slide of the presentation. So this is the email from my colleague Madis, who wanted to do the presentation himself, but he had to take some other meetings with the government. But I'm also very much the fan of our technology, and I like to do a lot of these demonstrations and really meet the users and people to learn it back, because we don't do it for ourselves as a kind of fancy technology. This is to really help the people, and we want to get the feedback and understand and learn and how to make it even better in the future. Yes, and if you have any quick questions, we can share and discuss. And I think we had one person at least on the call who had tried it out, and we can get his insights as well.
Okay, so we have some time for questions. If you have technical questions, you can ask Michael. If you want to know from a fan and a small experienced user about the device, you can ask Vitor. He's here with me and is available to answer your questions. I just need to ask you, please put your hands up if you want to have a question, make some question to Michael or Vitor, please. No hands. Vitor, do you want to say something about the device? How was your experience?
I can do that.
Okay.
If you can I do it now? Can I do it now?
Yes.
Everyone is listening.
Yeah,
So
yes.
hello everybody. Thank you so much for hearing me out. I would like to thank 7 Cents and the ENVITER network for working for improving our daily life. And for now, thank you very much for me and for my colleagues for your work. My first experience, or my only experience with SuperBrain, was a brief experience. It was about 3 to 5 minutes. And overall, I thought he was amazing, because I can only see light and shadows. And with SuperBrain, I could detect obstacles, and I could detect persons with the thermal camera. It was an amazing experience, and I guess that's all. I could see objects moving, the left hand, right hand, where were my colleagues on a big room that we were in. And well, let's have a bit more.
And that was for like 5 minutes, right?
5 minutes.
Yes, it was the time he had with SuperBrain.
If I can ask the developer, I was thinking, is it possible to fuse both cameras for me to feel the information of the obstacles and also feel the persons in the room without switching the button? This is one question. Thank you so much for airing me out. Thank you.
Yes, and thank you for the feedback, and it's validating that what we have been hoping for and designing for, to get it very simple to use, and even with 5 minutes you can achieve very many things. And right now, yes, this feedback of the situation awareness and also detecting people, you need to activate this, we call it this AI mode, separately with the button click. But if you would have this companion app launched, you could select your own settings, what you want to do with this as a default feature. for typically this onboarding and demonstrations, having this extra information about the people could be overwhelming. So that's why we don't have it active by default today. But we could adjust that easily. And if you really need it already today, without having the companion app, we could make a special script for you that what is your default settings. This is maybe good for us to plan that to have this like a default settings to be easily configurable. I would like it into the development plan, but with the companion app, you can adjust it already with yourself.
Okay. So anyone wants to ask something to Michael or to Vitor? Georgia, thank you. Georgia is saying that this device is a blessing beyond all fantasies. Congratulations for an excellent work. Yes, and keep up the good work, Michael, because it's very interesting what you are doing. Okay. We cannot hear you. Sorry.
Yes, I see one more question from the chat from Jacob about the cost.
Okay, yeah.
So this is something that Madis wanted me to share with you about the price and feedback from the device. So we have the two versions of the product. So the one that I'm wearing, the retail price for that one is 9,000, but we have a light version of the product. So it has a little bit limited field of view, and we don't have this software development support. So for the full versions, typically for the research organizations, they can do their own customization or integrations for our technology. But the light version doesn't have this support and feedback. And the light version, that's 90% or 95% the same that is on my head. This will, for ENVITER network, the special price for ENVITER is 3,800.
Okay. So if you are thinking about purchasing the device or having a conversation with the 7 Cents company, and if you are a member of ENVITER, don't forget to mention it because it will be an advantage for you. Otherwise, you have to talk with them to see the full price or what is possible for them to sell. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, Victor has another question.
Have you improved the length of your battery? I think it's about 3 hours. Can you extend that?
This version that I'm wearing, then I think this will still be around 3 hours for this SuperBrain 1 product. But the next version that we're already working on, this will be full day usage, so more than 8 hours. So the next version you can use that. You wake up in the morning, you put the device on the head, and then if you go back to sleep in the evening, you can take it off and you can use it for the all the time. But for the SuperBrain products, maybe we can still squeeze a little bit out more, maybe 3.5 hours, but we cannot extend it to more than that. So it will be around 3 still for this version of the product.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we have another question. Is it from, I think it's Mrs. Lambert? If it's possible to wear glasses while wearing the device?
Very good question. It little bit depends on the glasses. Though I don't know how well it's visible, but the haptic mat is pressing on the forehead, and quite typically the glasses are between here. So it can be a little bit uncomfortable to wear the glasses. But it depends on the frame of the glasses also. So it should be possible, but depending on the frame type, it can be a little bit uncomfortable.
Okay, so any more questions? If not, I just want to thank you all for being here and to get to know this device. I've experienced myself, and I think it's a very interesting device, joining a lot of technology, and I'm sure it will have a future. So thank you also to Michael and to 7 Sense for the webinar. And thank you all. As I told you before, I will send an email with the questionnaire for you to fill. It will take 2 minutes. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.